Hello, BookTube. It's time to do another Unhaul. It's been like 3-ish weeks since I last done one, and it's been a rainy, cold day today. No sun at all. It stops and starts rain all day, and I thought, why not go through all of my shelves and just clear them out for fun? Why not? And so I went through everything, and I came out with a massive pile of books to get rid of. I can't even pick up the iconic to go box because it's overstuffed and I literally can't pick them up because they're stacked that high. But that's good because we love to get rid of books here. So we'll start with the romances, and a lot of these. Oh god, let's have a look. Um, I haven't got these in any order. I literally just dumped them in. We have The Duke's Desire by June Calvin. I read this when I got it. I thought it was fine. I don't think about the thing is with romance. I don't think about romances. Like I rarely reread them unless they're like a real all-time favorite. Same as this Petra Nash one. I like Petra Nash, but I don't need it. I can get them as an ebook. A Tangled Web by Rebecca Baldwin. I read that and I really liked it, but I don't need them. The arrangements, of course. I don't need them. And then two letdowns for June on the Range. I kicked off for whatever the month is or whatever by doing some romances, and I tried to get through Jane Archer's Out of the West and Elena Barabi, The Wild One, and Secret Fires, and both of these just weren't doing it for me. I got through half of it, like halfway through both these books. I just gave up, which is something I never do because I never really stop and like halfway finish romances, but I just couldn't be bothered. And even the oh my god, what's it called? The Step Back didn't help here because I love that one so much, but it didn't help. And I don't know if Western romances are for me, but I still have that other romance trilogy books. I don't know, I forgot the name, the Texas Destiny and all that. I still really want to do this month at some point, but those two romances really let me down at the start, and yeah, that wasn't very fun. I also forgot one. This is Madeline Hunter's The Sins of the Lords of Easterbrook. Fine, I liked it, but I don't need a lot of romances really. I much rather have room and collect some favorite authors, if I'm being a bit honest, and have some random ones. What's next? Sorry, I have to reach down and get some. We have probably one of the big things I'm getting rid of is this Orwell collection here. On the spine here. This has all of Orwell's novels. And it's got here Animal Farm, Burmese Days, A Clergyman's Daughter, Coming Up for Air, Keeping Asperidia Flying, and 1984. And I am so done with Orwell. I have made my way through his novels, and I just find there's nothing good about them, if I'm being a bit honest. I've always said with Orwell, I loved his essays more, but even then, I think I'm not gonna buy because I always thought I'll get rid of his fiction and just have a collection of his essays because I know Oxford and Penguin does an edition of his essays, and I think, oh, I'll just get that. But even then, I'm like, I'll wait a bit till I find it secondhand or whatever. I'll find just a secondhand volume of Orwell's essays, but I definitely don't need all the fiction. I'm never reading 1984 or Animal Farm again. I am done with Orwell. I've done my time, and he's someone I never want to pick up in terms of fiction probably ever again. And then we have another modern classic that just didn't do much for me. I tried to get through this book twice and I just got so bored. And it's Catch 22. It's fine. It's not for me. And I feel like that's really my thoughts about Catch 22. I just rather read Pynchon. Gravity's Rainbow if I'm going to do like a World War II like fiction book. But Yeah, it's just never done anything for me. I've never been gripped by Joseph Heller at all. His writing does nothing for me, and I'd rather it go to someone else who will give it a try than it just sit and waste on my shelves. We got a lot of modern classics here because I went through that because I haven't gone through that in so long. Next we have The Collector by John Fowles. This was like a Thomas Harris like Hannibal novel. Well, not really a Hannibal novel, but it's like a Thomas Harris book before Thomas Harris, and it's pretty much this guy who kidnaps this girl, and that's literally the entire book, and it was boring. I thought it was so mediocre. It's going. I don't need it. Then we have, um, oh my god, Life's a User Manual by George's Perks. Again, I probably got through 100 pages and just gave up. I've had this book for literally like 4 years and I've never thought about it, and I'd rather it go to someone else. Next, we have What We Talk About When We Talk About Love by Raymond Carver or whatever. Again, I read this. I literally heard so much hype about this short story collection, I believe, and I literally felt nothing. I felt empty. It done absolutely nothing for me, and I'm never gonna read it again unless it's, I don't know, someone wants me to. And then we have probably one of the most, again, overrated books I've ever read. And I know people are going to get hurt by this, but Stoner by John Williams. I literally read this and I was like, that was so fine, so mediocre. And I put it back on my shelves and I never thought about it again for like literally good, oh my god, I don't even want to know how long. And I found I was like, why are you still here? Like, you should have been gone when I got rid of my Hemingways and not F. Scott, but Hemingways, and I don't want to even mention the rest of those authors, but it should be gone. I'm also getting rid of Adultery by Paula Coelho. He wrote The Alchemist. I've never read The Alchemist. I literally have no clue. I cannot tell you a single thing about The Alchemist at all, but this is the one thing I've read from him, and I thought it was fine. It's kind of like The Awakening, but except not as good, if I'm being a bit honest. But it was fine. But I'm never gonna read it again, so it's going. I'm also getting rid of. I've got some doubles here too that I'm gonna get rid of as well. One of them, I got two. One of them is The Villa by Nora Roberts. This is an old mass market I first read it in, and I just brought the hardcover at an op shop, and I don't need a double. Same as Such Is Life, by Tom Collins. I'm about to read this, but I found an old Australian Classics edition hardcover, and I'd rather read this book in that edition than this one, but I'll show you when that comes because it's really pretty. And I found that for literally, oh my god, like $1. And so it's on its way. Then what else do we have here? We mostly have a non-fiction left, so we still have a bit more to go. But I just love unhauling. I always have a blast doing it. I love getting rid of books. It's so healing and cleansing. And so first one we have here. Oh no, before we get to non-fiction, I also have another double I'm getting rid of. And that's Oscar and Lucinda Peter Carey's Oscar and Lucinda. I just hold this as a hardcover and I don't need a paperback. So someone can really enjoy that book because it's very lovely. So non-fiction. There's a lot. There's probably a handful here. We have Ace by Angelia Shen. Oh my god, I can't say names today. I read it when it came out. I thought it was a very interesting book, but I never think about it, so it's going. And I need to make room in my non-fiction shelves because it is starting to get very scary. And every morning, because it's literally across from my bed, and I wake up every morning and it just confronts me and stares at me, and it's not fun. And so then I'm getting rid of Madness Explained by Richard P. Bentel. Psychosis and Human Nature. It's a really solid psychology book, and and it's just about psychosis and the misperceptions about psychosis. It's very well researched, and I really liked it. But again, it's not for me, and it's not for me in terms of I'm never gonna read it again, and I just know that I've done my time. And then we have a couple more. Oh my god, I can't pick them all up. We have What's Your Pronoun by Dennis Barron. I read this. Oh my god, when did this come out? Because I remember when it came out, I brought it and read it. 2020. This book's 5 years old. Oh, that's insane. This is a book about the history of pronouns and how people used to be called like Z and whatever ones were in here, and it just shows you that pronouns have always been up in the air and people have always wanted to be called different things, and it's a very lovely book, and you can store it in your mind so when someone does something you can always remember it. Then we have The Gold Rush by David Hill. I recently read this, and I'm like, I have so many books about the Australian Gold Rush. I don't need a popular history book of it really, even though I did like it. And I decided I'm going to keep his book 1788 because I found that a bit better. And then we have the last two. We have Out of the Shadows: The Psychology of Gay Men's Lives by Walt Otis. This is another like psychology like counselor like talking about his clients and what he the connections he makes and all that. It was fine when I read it, but I'm never going to pick it up again. And the last book for this Unhaul is Will My Cats Eat My Eyeballs by Caitlin, whatever, ask her, the mortician girlie. She's written 3 books. She has this. She has When the Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, and oh my god, I can't remember the last one. And this was pretty much one of those question and answer books. Like it's got some lovely illustrations, but it's got the question here, and then it's got her response. And I like that format, but she's written better stuff, and I don't need this book from her, if I'm being a bit honest. I'd rather just have the 2 that I really like from her. So that was my Unhaul. Very productive. I'm going to put these in 3 little libraries and all that whenever I walk past one. And yeah, let me know what you thought about these books I'm going to unhaul, your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I'll see you next time.